This is a Prince George's County Public Schools NewsBreak. You couldn't help but admire the precision and laugh at the fake ferocity of Oakcrest Elementary School's Kung Fu fighters. The demonstration of martial arts was but one of many Chinese-themed skits that Oakcrest's 2nd through 6th graders staged recently with great enthusiasm and authenticity. Using hissing dragons, clever costumes, and carefully crafted artifacts, Oakcrest's talented and gifted students made China come alive for parents who experienced the Far East right along with their children. Now, you told me back in March you started hearing about China this, China that. Did you get caught up in it?
I got caught up in it a little bit. My son, he was excited about the Cinderella part and how they did a lot of ancient storytelling. So I had to hear about stories nightly.
The highlight of Oakcrest's journey through one of the world's oldest civilizations was the enactment of a Chinese parable. The Golden Reed Pipe, the story of an evil dragon and those he threatened, came alive with puppets and props and impassioned acting.
We're going to perform a Chinese folktale using scrolls and puppets we made ourselves. So sit back, relax, and enjoy our presentation about Chinese traditions.
And when, after a long siege of attacking the villagers, the seemingly indestructible dragon finally succumbed to a barrage of all things, pipe music, there were even more ways to get even with the beast and lessons to be learned.
They peeled the dragon's skin to make a house. They took the dragon's bones to serve as pillars and beams, and they cut off the dragon's horn to make plowshares.
What was the moral of the story? Bayberry and the flute player and the dead dragon. What did it all mean?
Well, what the story is trying to say is that a better mind is better than physical strength.
Michael, how did you learn to be such a great storyteller? Because I was hanging on your every word.
Well, see, what you do is you have to practice a lot, and you have to have a really good teacher to help you.
And I know how very proud you are of him. I'm sure you've been hearing about China now for weeks and weeks and weeks. Do you know as much about China as he does?
Not quite, but I know more than I did before.
Really?
Yes.
Now, do you think maybe a family trip to China someday after all this? Would you like to visit?
Uh-huh.
You would? What would you go to see if you went?
I would go to see the Great Wall of China itself.
For everyone that day, whether it was the children doing the performing or the adults watching the show, the dragon's demise and Chinese cultural in general were real crowd pleasers. What was your favorite part of this morning?
Well, when the dragon was like dismantled, portions all over.
Yeah. Chopped him up, didn't you, huh?
I just loved how the kids did everything themselves at school. They really made the projects, and they got so interested in it. My son was just thrilled this whole last month that he's been spending all his free time working on his pottery. Wow. So just listening to the kids presenting it was really neat. They got really into it.
Wow. And your daughter here is coming into kindergarten next year. Hopefully they'll repeat this Chinese odyssey, and she'll be involved too.
I think she'd like that. She really liked the dancing especially. Yeah. Did you? Yeah.
Yeah, we liked it too. Congratulations to the talented Oakcrest students for so expertly taking us on a virtual field trip to China and for teaching us a parable of their own. That enthusiasm for learning is infectious. For TV 96 and 38, this is Dave Zarin reporting.